Hello viewers, welcome to KANISHKA IAS. Today's topic is US-China Trade War 2.0. What is its relevance in our exam? It can be asked in your GS2 International Relations and GS3 Economy point of view. Coming to today's topic, we will be discussing about what are these trade tariffs and does it lead to the World War III is a hot topic going on globally. And what is US Trade War 1.0? Why is US doing this and what is China's answer to this, and what is the global effect of this conflict and how it affects on India, and what will be the India side and what should be the India side along with the impacts. Coming to the background, see, US and China are the only countries that are the largest economies of the world with 6 trillion economy. There is no other country that is having a $6 trillion economy. Where did this start? This started from April 2nd, 2025. Trump started imposing tariffs on China. Does Trump impose only on China? No. Trump had started imposing tariffs on all the countries, ranging from 10% to 49%. All the countries were silent regarding this, but only China as a counter attack started reimposing tariffs on US again. This started with 34% imposed by Trump on China, which finally made 54%. As this counter, on April 4th, 2025, China on US goods again imposed the same value 34% on US goods. Again on April 9th, 2025, Trump imposed 50% tariffs, which made a total of 104%. Again on April 9th, 2025 itself, China imposed the same value imposed by the US, that is 50%, and made it to the total of 84%. Again on April 11, 2025, the final value stood at 145% Trump imposed on China and 125% China imposed on US goods. Let us see where does this goes again. Coming to the what are these tariffs? See, tariffs are nothing but the taxes that are imposed by a country on the imported goods. Whatever the goods that is imported from one country to another country, taxes will be imposed on those to sustain their local products. For example, if we take a product is $100 in China, this needs to be exported to America. What does this become? For example, let me take the current tariff on US goods are $145, right? The $100 product will become $245 by the time it reaches USA. This is the tariff. If the taxes increases, definitely the things will become expensive not only on the single country but also it affects globally, right? Coming to the what is trade war 1.0. The trade war that is currently going on is trade war 2.0. What is 1.0? It started in 2018 when Trump was in power. That is the prior presidentship of Trump, and from then China decided, China is very intelligent in taking these steps. From that time itself, China decided to cut the dependency on US imports and hence boosted the trade with Asian countries, European Union and African countries. Hence, what is the outcome? The 25% of exports have declined to the 15% currently from 2017. Now, does it lead to the World War III is the biggest question. It will be definitely no, because with the advanced technologies and the nuclear weapons that got developed with all the countries, if the World War III takes place, all the regions that will participate in the wars will be completely erased from the map itself. So, there will be no chance of taking place of World War III, but there will be proxy wars and cold wars that will be taking place to destruct each other economies, but there will be no World War III going to take place. Why is US doing this is the point. According to the election agenda that is proposed by Donald Trump during his election campaign, he said America will be the first priority of Trump and he will bring back the manufacturing sector to US. Why did manufacturing sector leave US? It had left and now he had imposed these tariffs. Due to these tariffs, all the industrialists who are establishing their companies overseas due to the heavy tariffs that were being imposed, they will again come back to the US. That is the strategy of Donald Trump, and to reduce the $295 billion trade deficit that had been caused due to the China to US. He also gave a statement increasing this tariffs that $2 billion per day are coming back to the US by imposing these duties on China. Now, what is China's answer to this tariff? China declared that it is not only because of the trade that these tariffs are taking place, and they will fight till the end wherever it goes. Again, it is not only affecting China, but it also affects all the developing countries of the world. Again, China's embassy has also given a statement to India saying that we should stand together in these tough times. And then China also put a control on exports of rare earth metals that are being exported to the US. How does this affect US? It affects the defense and technological sector of US. And does this trade war is taking place only because of tariffs? Means the answer is no. There are also Taiwan issue, South China Sea, and technological dominance, which is artificial intelligence, etc. These are also the issues that are going on between US and China. Coming to the what should be the India's side. See, the side of India shouldn't be particularly on political basis. At this time, India should focus on the economy rather than the political side. Balance should be focused over the bias, and partnership has to be made over politics. If not, it will destruct the Indian economy. Also, what are the other steps that India can take? It should focus on the free trade agreements that have already been made with European Union, UK and GCC. Also, India should use the international organizations or the groupings like BRICS, Quad, G20 and Shanghai Cooperation Organization to not let this conflict affect the supply chain of India and Indian economy. Now, what will be the impacts of this conflict? It will lead to the high inflation, which means there will be increase in the price of everyday essentials or the goods, and the next one will be global uncertainties and the global recession. The third one is market volatilities. We have already seen there have been 14 lakh crores amount was a loss. The stock markets among all the countries globally have been shut down due to the uncertain or the uneven tariffs that have been imposed by these countries in the recent times. Discourages the investments coming to the countries, and again World Trade Organization has also warned the countries that it will affect the global GDP, right? These are the impacts of US-China World Trade War 2.0. So, we have discussed about what is US-China Trade War 2.0, what is the background, and what is 1.0, why did this takes place, what are the impacts, and what should be the India's side. So, this is all are the points that are relevant in your GS2 International Relations and GS3 Economy point of view, because this also includes the trade relations as well. This is all for today. See you all in our next video. Thank you so much.